got the power of God in me. I can fight. I'll pray and fast. We're getting into the fun parts where Jesus begins to, call us out. Hi guys, it's day 2 and we're reading chapter 2. And I'm going to wait for you to grab a cup of coffee. If you don't have coffee, grab a cup of water. So we're just going to jump right into it. You know why we're doing this? Most people struggle with reading their Bible, and I'm here to help you build a habit of reading your Bible. Even if it's just a chapter a day, just make sure you build that consistency, right? I struggle with reading my Bible sometimes, but you cannot solve reading your Bible without reading your Bible. So let's get right into it. So chapter 2, this talks about the visitors from the east, the escape to Egypt, the killing of the children, and the return from Egypt. So, Jesus was born in the town of Bethlehem in Judea. All these pronunciations are weird, but during the time when Herod was king. Okay, sorry, let's start again. Let's go over it again. Jesus was born in the town of... My train is passing, guys. Just give it a minute. Give it a minute to do its thing. Let it go. Or just ignore. Jesus was born in the town of Bethlehem in Judea during the time when Herod was king. Soon afterward, some men... Alright, pass. That's my train, guys. Just allow it to do its thing. Oh my god, okay. I think it's... So, soon afterwards, some men who studied the stars came from the east to Jerusalem and asked, "Where is the baby born to be king? Where is the baby born to be the king of the Jews? We saw a star when he came up in the east, and we have come to worship him." When King Herod heard about this, he was very upset. So was everyone else in Jerusalem. He called together all the priests and the teachers of the laws and asked them, "Where will the Messiah be born?" "In the town of Bethlehem in Judea," they answered. For this is what the prophet wrote: "Bethlehem in the land of Judah, you are by no means the least of the leading cities in Judah. For from you will come a leader who will guide my people Israel." So Herod called the visitors from the east to a secret meeting and found out from them the exact time the star had appeared. Then he sent them to Bethlehem with these instructions: "Go and make a careful search for the child, and when you find him, let me know, so that I too may go and worship him." So they left. That guy is sly and sneaky. And so they left, and on their way they saw the same star they had seen in the east. When they saw it, how happy they were! What joy was theirs! It went ahead of them until it stopped over the place where the child was born. They went into the house, and when they saw the child with his mother Mary, they knelt down and worshipped him. They brought out their gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Hey, I don't know if I did pronounce these things right. And presented them to him. You pardon me, Jean. They returned to their country by another road, since God had warned them in a dream not to go back to Herod. Maybe you should start paying attention to your dreams. I think I'm talking to myself. Okay, let's continue, guys. So now we move to the escape to Egypt. No, let me do like all this intermission. The escape to Egypt. And after they had left, an angel of the Lord appeared in a dream to Joseph and said, "Herod will be looking for the child in order to kill him. So get up, take the child and his mother and escape to Egypt, and stay there until I tell you to leave." Guys, you see this particular verse? It's very, very powerful. There was a preaching I listened to, and I'm just going to give like a summary, right? It was like, it's God we're talking about here. And this is God telling Joseph to take his son to run. It's not like God cannot defeat Herod here, but there's a much bigger plan. There's a much larger plan. And it just speaks about how there are seasons and times for everything. There's a season where you stand and fight. There's a season where it's not like you're running, But in order for the bigger plan to play out, you don't bring out the big guns. Let me put it that way. But yeah, let's just get back into the reading. So Joseph got up, took the child and his mother, and left during the night for Egypt, where he stayed until Herod died. This was done to make come true what the Lord had said through the prophet. I called my son out of Egypt. The killing of the children. The killing of the children. When Herod realized that the visitors from the east had tricked him, he was furious. He gave orders to kill all the boys in Bethlehem and its neighborhood who were 2 years old and younger. This was done in accordance with what he had learned from the visitors about the time when the star had appeared. In this way, what the prophet Jeremiah had said came true. These are prophecies from the Old Testament. And then some people will say, oh, man wrote this, man wrote that. This is happening way after the person that prophesied this had died. So yeah. In this way, what the prophet Jeremiah had said came true. A sound is heard in Ramah, the sound of bitter weeping. Rachel is crying for her children. She refuses to be comforted, for they are dead. The return from Egypt. After Herod died, an angel of the Lord appeared in a dream to Joseph in Egypt and said, get up, take the child and his mother and go back to the land of Israel, because those who tried to kill the child are dead. So Joseph got up, took the child and his mother and went back to Israel. But when Joseph heard, my mind just went back to when God told Joseph to run. Some of you, if it was you say, no, I've got the power of God in me. I can fight. I'll pray and fast. Let's keep going. But when Joseph heard that Archelaus, hey God, that big, has succeeded his father Herod as the king of Judea, he was afraid to go there. He was afraid to go there. He was given more instructions in a dream. So he went to the province of Galilee and made his home in a town named Nazareth. And so what the prophet has said came true. He will be called a Nazarene. Oh, that's the end of our reading today. See, it wasn't that much. We're done already. So yeah, maybe reading your Bible is fun. Maybe you're making it boring, right? Read it with an imaginative mind. Read it like you're seeing it play out, like you're seeing a movie. Like it's beautiful. So yeah, tomorrow we're gonna be doing chapter 3, and that's the preaching of. There we see John the Baptist, and then we see Jesus get baptized, right? And then the story continues. He was tempted. He begins his work. We're getting into the fun parts where Jesus begins to call us out. I'll see you guys tomorrow.